Hello, everybody. This is Barrett Matthews. I want to welcome you to the Prelude to Passion to Profit. I'm excited. The event is coming up in Atlanta, May 6th and May 7th. If you live in the Atlanta area, you need to come to Passion to Profits. If you live near the Atlanta area, you need to come to Passion to Profits. Matter of fact, if you live in the United States, you need to come to Passion to Profits. This is going to be a phenomenal event. We've done it before. This is our third one in Atlanta, and it keeps getting, as Howard White would say, gooder and gooder. And we are excited to have Howard White with us, along with Mr. Clark Garrison, and along with Ms. Lisa Tillman Page, who are all presenters at Passion to Profits. Now, you may be asking, well, Barrett, what is Passion to Profits? Well, Passion to Profits is an event to help you if you have an idea, if you have a thought, if you have a dream, if you have something that's driving you, a passion that you have within you, but you need to know how to turn that into a business. You need to know how to turn that into a profit for yourself, to know how to turn that into revenue. So this event is going to help you do that. Now, what we have here are several entrepreneurs who have done so in their own way. We have people who are speakers. We have people who are trainers. We have people who are educators. We have people who are radio station moguls who have started that. We have so many different types of people on the platform here for you at Passion to Profits. The thing that we want you to do is to find your niche within that. You're going to hear different ways of going about things. You're going to hear different people give you different strategies on how to do things. We have people in this event who are actual millionaires. We have real live millionaires. Yes, you get to see them, talk them, touch them, whatever you want. But the thing is, we have people here who are actually real live millionaires who are ready to pour into you to show you how you can become a millionaire too. We have people who have started their own business from nothing, who can show you how to do the same thing yourself. We have people who have been through hardships in life, who have been subject to abuse, but still overcame and were able to win and strive and do good for themselves and their family and their community. So the thing is, guys, we have people here from all walks of life who are ready to pour into you. The question is, are you ready to be poured into? You need to come to Passion to Profits. We have discounted tickets for this event. It's valued. We have it valued at $397. But if you go to my website now at www.atlantapassion.com, you can get discounted tickets for this event. Now, I know some of the speakers we have here, they're giving special offers too, probably better than mine, but you're going to get a chance to take advantage of some of that. So what I want to do, though, is first I want to introduce the speakers, and I want them to tell you why it is that you need to come to Passion to Profits and what it is that who they are, what they bring to the table, and why it's so important that you attend this event. And it's going to be in Tucker, Georgia on May 6th and May 7th. So first I want to start ladies first. We have Lisa Tillman Page. Lisa, how you doing this evening?
I am doing great, Barrett. How are you?
I am doing marvelously well and improving. That's how I'm doing.
Right.
So, Lisa, this is your second time at Passion to Profit speaking. So I want you to tell the folks, first of all, who you are and why it's so important that they come to this event and what they're going to get from you.
All right. Well, I am Lisa Tillman Page. I am a human development trainer, coach, and mentor. I have a business called DT Page Consulting. You can find me on Facebook. And yes, I have better prices for my tickets than Barrett does. So you can inbox me at Lisa Tillman, Tillman, Page, Page, and I'll hook you up. You know, Passions to Profits is just what it says. It's taking your business where it is now, or your dream where it is now, and making it come to fruition. If you already have your business, it's taking it to the next level. A lot of times as entrepreneurs, or people who want to become entrepreneurs, we start out and we get a little, we get on this island by ourselves, and we don't exactly know where to go, especially if you're just doing this for the first time and you haven't received a lot of coaching before. You haven't talked to anyone who's an entrepreneur. So if you just do this on your own, it can be quite lonely. But you come to Passions and Profits, you're going to meet people who are just like you, who have been where you've been, or are going where you're going and want to do something like you're doing. Not necessarily your same business idea, but they want to take their passion and they want to make it profitable. They want to change the trajectory of their life, the trajectory of their family's life, of their legacy. And so Passion to Profits, the first time was awesome. I was a speaker the last time it was here. It was awesome, and I am blessed and honored to be a speaker again this go round and be with these great these other great women and men, entrepreneurs and business moguls doing all of the things that they're doing. I'm going to be speaking on where do you go from there? And part of that is, let me just give you just a little bit, just a little taste of what I'm going to be talking about. So you have a passion, you have an idea, you have a business, and you're working in it and things seem to be going well. And if you're like me, when I first started my business 4 years ago, I had all these contracts, everything was going great, things were just flowing to me like Niagara Falls. And then the contracts, when they were coming to an end, all of a sudden I realized, wait a minute, I need to keep doing some marketing so that they can continue to flow. I need to go back and get some more clients. And so there was a gap there because I didn't realize that. I just was working in my business and I wasn't working on the background on my business. So there are two sides to this thing. So when you get to that halfway mark, when you get to that point where, you know, you're out there and you're by yourself and you're not sure what to do, how do you keep going? What's your it? What's your reason for doing what you're doing? You know, you need to keep it before you. It needs to have a picture. It needs to have a face. It needs to have a song. It needs to have a smell, a color, a theme. It needs to have a taste. You need to eat, sleep, breathe, and taste this thing because it is all on you. And it's great when you have other people who can pour into you, but you are the one who is down and dirty in there every day. So you have to keep what that passion is before you, what your reason is before you, and why you're doing what you're doing. Are you doing it for your children? Keep a picture of your children and your family in front of you. Are you doing it for your, one of my reasons is I have, my mother is 73. And when as she grows older, you know, if she's going to need some assistance, I don't want to have to put her in a home. I want to be able to take care of her. So I want to make sure that my passion has a great profit so I can take care of my mother. So I've got a picture of my mother in my office. What's your it? What's your thing that keeps you going? Figure out what that is, and you give it that taste, you give it that picture, that smell, that color, and that's going to keep you going in the evenings when you're up late and you're trying to figure these things out. So come on to Passion to Profits. I'll give you some more tips, but I know the gentlemen who are here with us today, they've got some things that they want to share. So, you know, I just want to encourage everyone to come out, and don't forget to check me out on Facebook, Lisa Tillman Page. Just inbox me. I got you some good tickets.
I was going to say, I know you weren't going to let them go without another pitch. I'll do that. Y'all hit her up. Lisa Tillman Page. She got hooked up on the tickets. Next, I want to bring up my man all the way from Baton Rouge, Mr. Howard White. Howard, what's happening, my brother?
What's going on, Barrett and crew, Lisa and Clark?
I can't call
the world.
How you doing?
So,
Hey,
Howard, I'm going to put the same thing to you. Let the people know who you are. Let them know what it is you're bringing to the table and why it's so important that they show up to this event. And I know you've already got a hookup that's better than mine. You gave away everything. I think you gave away your house last time I talked to you. So, Howard, is yours.
Yeah, only if it's a trade-in on an upgrade. You know, that's only no. But you know, as a little bit about Howard White, and people always ask this question: is who is Howard? And I truly believe that I'm a person. My legacy is helping leaders worldwide, and that's my initials, HLW. One of the things, if you follow me, you realize I love acronyms. I grew up in the country, so it's easy for me to learn. As Lisa was talking about why, one of the things that we're going to, you know, do something very similar. And I say similar because sometimes three speakers can share similar information, and you receive something different from each one. So I want you to be comfortable with that, you know, not saying that I'm stepping on somebody else's toes or that speaker is saying the same thing as the other. No, because they come from a different perspective and a different journey. And, you know, my journey is kind of a little unique in the sense I went to school to be an engineer because I was good in math. And I can remember sitting on my mother's couch one time, and Lisa was talking about passion, and my mom said, "You're not having a good semester." I said, "I'm having a great semester, Mom. I'm SGA president. I got a 3.5 this semester in engineering." She said, "No, you're not having fun." "No, Mom, I am having fun. Trust me, I am." I couldn't tell her everything, but I was having fun. She said, "No, you should be a teacher." I said, "Mom, this is my last year of school. I got, a whole another year, but if I be a teacher, I got a couple more years." She said, "Well, we'll pay for it if that's what you really want to do." So that was the first time that my passion knocked, and I did not recognize it. I looked at caller ID, as I said. And I can remember graduating from college, job in hand, getting ready to head to Delaware, work with a Fortune 500 company in sales. And literally, one of my professors came to me and said, "Howard, you want to go to Jamaica this semester and teach? We won't pay you much. You have a stipend and you have a place to stay." As I look back, Barry, just imagine 22 years old, spring break in Jamaica. Yeah, well, who knows what would happen with Howard then. But seriously, as I talk about that, it's really important that we talk about passion. And, since then I've been able to start a couple businesses. One is a retail store, still have it. It was real interesting. I was sitting at lunch just today, and I was talking to someone, a highly successful guy. So he was asking me about my store. So I was talking about the nuts and bolts of it. He said, "That's not what you're passionate about." I can see it. So people can see the passion inside of you when you can't see it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think truly coming into an event like this is going to help you have some self-discoveries that you will not have sitting in your office by yourself or among cheerleaders that's all they're going to do is cheer you on. Sometimes you need some naysayers that challenge you but love you in a special way. And that's part of what we're going to bring to the table. A lot of times when I sit down with business owners, there are little nuggets that they don't see. I call it that money that's sitting on the floor. You step over it every day. You're so used to it, you don't realize, man, that is a golden nugget. Little strategies that you can use to change the trajectory of your business. Just change the trajectory. Because, think about it, if you make a 1-degree shift this weekend, that's next weekend, next Friday, then you make another degree shift in the right direction on Saturday, just imagine where you're going to be 6 months down the road. And that's what I would challenge you to think about, and that's part of what we're going to do. And I'm going to give a little bit away. One of the processes we use is called a 2x4. Just think about it. Any goal at the beginning of every month, you sit down and put a 2x4 to your big goals. When you build a house, you think about a 2x4. It's the most populous board, but it's one of the smallest pieces of lumber. It's not the foundation, but it stabilizes the walls. 16 inches apart. Center to center. It's called the stud for a reason, because that's what you hang your pictures on. That's what you hang your sheetrock on. That's what you hang really everything in the house on. And I think putting that to it, and 2x4 for us is simply, for every goal, you should have 2 reasons why that goal is important. Y stands for what helps you, because you're going to have some valleys that you got to grow through. And when you're looking down at that valley, you got to have something you can come back up and say, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing at 2 o'clock in the morning. This is why I'm making these long drives. This is why I'm getting all these no's, but I know there's some yeses out there to serve my purpose. And then the other 2 is who. You have at least 2 people that can help you achieve your goals. I want you to write those down intentionally. Write those down. 2 people are going to help you achieve that big goal in May. And then what? We have action to take. Now that you identified your why, who can help you get your butt to work? Because you have action to take. So write down 4 things you're going to do in the next 30 days to achieve this big goal. So just imagine doing that every month for just one of your big goals. Think about the results you will have by December. So that's just a taste of what we're going to do. I'm going to teach them how to put that 2x4 inside of their building and build that foundation.
So how are you actually bringing the 2x4 this time? He's actually brought the 2x4.
I don't know. Yeah, I got to figure out how to get it there. I had a brother live in Atlanta.
Okay.
So I'm going to tell him I need a 2x4 that's decorated, because they probably won't let me put it on the plane. Last time I drove in. But
okay. Now, Howard, you also had an offer for the people as far as discounts. Am I right?
Yeah, 2 things.
And a special offer work on you.
And we got some great ticket prices. Barry told me if I began to say what they are on the air, he would disconnect me. So I said, inbox me, and I will Be glad to share that with you. All right?
I did not say that.
Okay. Sometimes what you do speaks so loudly I can't hear what you say. Just the look on it when I told him what I was going to do. He said, okay, there are certain audiences that you do this in. There's certain So that's number one, because we want you there. Number two is one of the things that we're going to do. We have a program, we call it GPS. That stands for Goals, Purpose, and Systems. So for individuals that sign up tonight, 5 individuals that sign up tonight, we're going to do a pre-breakfast training on Saturday morning at no additional cost. So this is going to be limited. I think we already got a few people on board. We're going to limit it to 12 individuals. So 5 from tonight, we're going to get in and actually work on your goals and help you reach out to your purpose, and then begin to utilize some strategies to start working on systems, because that's really how you're going to grow. That is the only way you can replicate yourself. First duplicate and then replicate. Repeat and rinse, repeat and rinse. You got to have systems to do it. So that's what we're going to do, Barrett. So just inbox me, Howard White, on Facebook, or you can hit me up directly, Howard at Business Growth Dynamics Consulting, and we'll share that with you. Only if you promise not to tell Barrett that we did that, okay? Our secret.
Okay, thank you, Howard White. Next, I got to bring my longtime friend, my partner, my ace, my man, and I'm honored to have him as a part of Passion to Profit. This is his first time being a part of it. I'm happy to have him. He's even got the dog pound out here for
appropriate intro music, huh?
Cheering for him, man. I'm gonna let him. This Mr. Clark Garrison is here. Clark, how you doing, my brother?
Well, I was fine until the dog started barking at me, man. Was that planned?
You got human fans and animal fans, man. You Clark Garrison.
Somehow I think that was planned.
I promise you, not on my end. Lisa might have planned it. It's her dog. So she said. So Clark, like I told everybody, Clark and I have known each other for years, and yeah, that long. And Clark is man, he's all over Atlanta. If you live in Atlanta and you don't know Clark Garrison, you don't live in Atlanta, because he is all over the place, and he's doing a lot of great things to help a lot of people out. He's got his own radio network, not a show, network, and a show on his network. But he is doing a lot of things in town to help people and to help people get their minds right. That's what Clark is about, and he's been through a lot to get up to this point. As you all heard me say in the intro, we have people from all walks of life, who have survived and advanced on and made their lives even better, and they're here to help you do the same for yourself. So Clark, please take some time, tell them about yourself, tell them who you are, what they're going to get from you, and why it's so important that they come to this event. And if you have some giveaways too, I don't care. I'm not mad like Howard thinks I am. So go on, man.
So first off the bat, let me say my tickets are full priced. We're not discounting anything over here, okay? So you guys might want to look elsewhere, because I honestly believe that the amount that is being charged is still not enough for the lineup of individuals that are going to be coming on and teaching you guys about, again, the title speaks to itself, and power of passion. And let me just first say, Barrett, I'm so honored to be on this one. You didn't invite me to the last one, or no, I'm joking. You
didn't get Magic Johnson's autograph for me like I asked.
But why this is so important to me, and why I'm so excited to be able to talk to you guys for 2 days, man, is because it is really about my story. So some of you know that I have a radio talk show, but a lot of you don't know the journey that it took to get there. You don't know the valleys that I had to be dug up out of in order to be the person that some of you see now. And so one of the things that my mission has brought me through is the fact that, like the title, Passion to Profits is a wonderful title, but passion is not enough. And so one of the things that I'm going to be talking to you about is just because you're passionate about something doesn't mean you're going to be successful. It's one of the reasons why you need to be at this conference is because you're going to find little hidden jewels, nuggets from each and every one of these speakers. And I was talking to a group of ninth graders the other day at a high school career day. And one of the things that came out, and I don't even know where it came from, is that you should demand anytime someone gets in front of you, whether you're a student or if you are coming out to this event, you should demand that we give you nuggets with everything that we're doing to stand in front of you. We shouldn't be up in front of you if you're not going to learn something. But one of the things I can guarantee you, as they say down in the dirty South, is that you will most certainly walk away from this a better person. But again, back to my point, well, a little bit about me is 5 years ago, actually 6 now, I started a radio show. And I basically started it because I had written a book called How to Survive the Next 365, which simply was a journey of about my trials and how I almost jumped off a bridge. Because things were going that badly in my life, and not because I wasn't smart, not because I wasn't thought I was brilliant, or because I wasn't passionate. It's because I forgot the fundamental basics that make up success. So that is some of the things that I'm going to cover with you in the brief time that I have to speak. It's going to be compact, it's going to be direct and to the point, and it's going to be talking about things that you may not have heard about. I like to say the stuff that I talk about is kind of out-of-the-box ideologies. It's principles based on universal laws. It's going to be some things that you're going to scratch your head about and wonder, why does he have us talking about this? Why are we even going down this lane? Because I honestly believe things like bringing clutter into your life and how to get rid of that. Now, that's something that you probably normally wouldn't think about taking the time out to do when starting a business. But do you realize why some people start a business and fail and start a business and fail over and over again? And then the excuse is it was his fault. It was the fact that the bank wouldn't give me money. It's the fact that nobody would like my Facebook post. It was the fact that the building rent cost too much. It was the product wasn't made right by that person. It's everybody's excuse. 9 times out of 10, you know what? It's you. You're the problem. So the title of what I'm going to be talking about is Rising from the Ashes. And what does that mean? That means recreating you and being willing to sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes you need to start over. And not just start over with an idea. Start over with who you are, rebuilding who you are. That's a system. That's a process. And that's what I had to do to now be an owner 6 years later of one of the fastest growing online talk radio stations with over 1.6 million downloads out. And I started that from zero. I started that with no money down. Okay? There was no money. There was no listenership. That had to be built. But before I could build it, I had to go through a process of purification. I had to recreate who Clark Garrison was. And that's hard because we built 10, 20 years of so-called learning steps and systems to become who we are and share that with the world. And you know, sometimes you have to face the fact that you learned wrong. But it's okay. It's always okay to start over. See, only in the United States do we think that after 40, we should already be where we're going to be. That's only in the Western Hemisphere that we are told that if you aren't 40, you don't have your picket fence, your 2 cars, and your house, and married with 3 kids, that you're an abject failure. So what I'm going to help you realize is it's always time to start over. And we're going to go through that process step by step in the limited time that I have. So I'm looking forward to hanging out with you guys. I'm a no-nonsense guy. We're not going to shuck and jive. We're not going to talk about things that aren't important. We're going to get to the point because, once again, if I'm going to step in front of you, I hope that you demand that I leave something behind that can help you grow. So I'm looking forward to speaking with all of you. Hopefully you'll be there. And I'm actually joking. I have a moderate discount on my tickets. But it's very moderate. So go to my website at clarkgarrison.com. You'll see what I have for you. But honestly, I tell you what, and everybody on this panel knows, because we've all invested. I'll put it that way. We've all invested in who the person that you will see that day. It's not for free. And sometimes you have to invest what you perceive to be a lot of money, okay, in order to get a certain appreciation for the education that you're going to get. And let me just say this. For the amount that's on the bill, and I only speak about on the actual promotion that Barrett has out there, I can name one person, and and Barrett knows who I'm talking about, and you wouldn't even be able to get in to see him normally. So the fact that you've got tens of us coming on board just speaks volume with what kind of event Barrett has put together. So Barrett, I'm not going to talk everybody to death, because then they'll be bored and don't want to hear me on May 6th and 7th. But guys, come on out and get some real talk, and don't be afraid of failure. And I'll end with a Truman Capote quote, which says, "Failure is the condiment that gives success its flavor."
Ooh.
All right. So don't be scared to put yourself out there and have a little bit of failure on that hamburger. So I'll leave you at that.
I like that.
And Howard writing that one down.
Yeah.
Failure is the condiment, ladies and gentlemen. Did you hear that?
That's right.
Forget the seasonal.
Get to see
grocery and all that stuff down here. Failure is the condiment. Oh man.
You know what, Clark, I like what you said about how, in the West, we're the only ones who think that, once you're 40, you get it. I started calling it a few years ago. I started calling a midlife awakening. It's not a midlife crisis, a midlife awakening, because you really, you spend, in your 20s, you have no idea really what's going on. And then in your 30s, you think you're trying to do what you think you're supposed to do as an adult. And then you get to 40 and you're like, wait a minute. Actually, I really didn't want to go to school for that, or I really didn't want to do this. I really want to do that. And then people look at you like you're crazy. You're leaving that job, or you're, doing this. And so, it's.
Amen, sister. Amen.
and I mean, people do that, and it's so crazy. It is so crazy how we do that, and how we look at ourselves and we downgrade ourselves, and that's just not the case at all. That is not the case. So I'm gonna be there with my pad and pen and the tape recorder. I'm gonna get all of that.
And that's the thing also. I mean, what people have to understand in coming to this event, we become students too.
That's
right. There's you saw just now, Clark just gave a quote, and everyone here was writing it down. So, because see, the thing is, we learn from each other. And I just said the person Clark was talking about was Myron Golden. Because, like I said, Myron's a millionaire. And he's coming to this event to help you.
And one of the things I was excited about being able to hang out with Myron is because Myron plays golf every day. It's not raining, Myron plays golf. And that's where I want to be. That's where I literally want to be. Okay?
Yeah, he plays golf every day, and he lets you know he's going to play golf every day. Now we're fortunate, guys. She made it in. I'm so happy right now. My girl is here. Now here's the thing. This is what happens, guys. I want to explain something to you. She was in the audience at the last Passion the Prophets, but she participated. And I repeat, participated in when everybody was doing, so much so that I had to get to know her. And in getting to know her, I said, I need to have you on the panel. I need to have you speaking here. So I am truly honored and blessed to have Miss Sheila Ashley as a part of Passion of Prophets in Atlanta. Sheila, I want you to tell the people here who you are, about you, what they're going to get from you, and why they need to come to this event.
Oh, absolutely. First of all, hello, everyone. So good to see you guys. Good to see you.
Great
Thanks,
to see
Lisa.
you.
How are ya?
Okay.
Hey, Howard, and hey, everyone else. I can't tell who else is on there. Thank you, Barrett, for the avenue of being able to reach out and touch everyone tonight. I apologize for my tardiness. I went to get a new power cord, walked in the house to a sugar baby projectiling, and all kind of other stuff. So, you do what you do, and you just make it do what it do. So, anyway, I am Sheila Ashley, a.k.a. also known as the Cleanup Woman. Basically, I am a transformational life coach. I am also a pastor. As a life coach, transformational life coach, I do help people. My job is to help people go from their stuck place to their next place and eventually to their best place. Basically, when people come to me, they come with all of their dreams. And Barrett, I was sitting down looking at the vision of your event, and it's passion to profits. And basically, one of my goals are to work with people because so many people have the potential to be successful people. However, they are stuck from whatever happened to them at whatever point in time in their life, and they're never able to get from that stuck place to that next place. Or some people have the appearance to, or the illusion to jump to that next place, but they're still stuck. And there are a lot of people that have, huge business ideas. There are a lot of millionaires and billionaires that are out there but have never gotten to their best place. And so a lot of times when people come to me, they don't even realize they're stuck. They just think that they've been trying to be an entrepreneur for years, and they've just some kind of way not maximized their potential to be the best entrepreneur that they should be. And when we begin to work with our clients, first thing we do is we ask them who hurt you? What happened to you? Why are you mad? How can we help you become unstuck? Because just because somebody is stuck and you can observe where they're stuck at doesn't mean that that's their place where they think that they're stuck at. And so our job is to help them realize the bigger picture of their stuck, to get them out of that square and to get them in that network of circling, begin to get them in a circle so that they can network with themselves. Because it's easy for us to network with other people, but until we can begin to get in the inside of ourselves and work harmoniously with ourselves, we'll never be able to be as successful in working with other people until we are able to work with ourselves. So eventually we get people to understand where they're stuck at, how they became stuck, who they're mad with. And a lot of times you'll find out that people are not as successful in life because they're hanging on to things that are really not even the things that's in their forefront. You might think, well, okay, I'm mad because I was molested at 2 and I'm stuck right there. When the real root of the problem is you're mad because you felt like your mother did not defend you, and you're stuck because you feel like someone let you down. And so we have to get to the root of it. And then you may say, well, what does that have to do with turning my passion into profit? Well, if you're not able to become unstuck emotionally or mentally, how are you going to be a productive entrepreneur? I have clients that I work with that are in the entertainment and in the music business. When they come to me and they walk in, and I began to talk to them, you would think that they're sitting on top of the world, because when they walk in, they coming in with all, they got this money wads in their pocket, they got their posse following them, and, everything just seems like it's together. And then when I make their posse leave out of the room and they sit down and we began to ask, okay, I need you to talk to me. You're successful, but I need you to talk to me. And when they begin to talk and you begin to see these rappers break down and start crying, and you see these entertainers begin to just start find out where they're stuck at, it's amazing. And you know what? It really doesn't take a long time. My program, the program I have, is really to help you understand the roadmap within 6 months that we can begin to get you on a monthly basis. But we basically spend 45 minutes out of a week with our clients, one-on-one, through Skype if they're long distance, and we sit down and we talk to them, and we get to know them, and we begin to dig deep. A lot of my clients have walked out in the middle of the session and did not return back for 3 weeks, but I've never had a client that did not return. I have never had a client that did not come back successful, because I believe that people that are stuck, that come to get help, want to be helped. And I believe that's what Passion for Profit is going to do for those that come. It's going to take them from that stuck place to that next place. And I know Howard got some what do you call it, those little the little things that you do with the words. You come up with. Yes, I know he got some of those that's just going to set them off. And I have been telling everybody about Howard, and I say, you know what? I believe Howard is going to give us that $1 billion idea that we can go to our best place with. And so I'm excited. And Lisa going to break it down for him, and all of the rest of the awesome panelists, and Barrett's going to make it do what it do. So I'm excited, guys.
We're excited to have you. And I know you had some stuff. You were offering some people some stuff as well.
Absolutely, we're going to pay for 2 tickets. The gist to that is they have to be new businesses, and they have to want to be able to get the help. And so I want to get with Howard at some point that we can connect with him and see what kind of package deal that we can put together with him, and make sure that we don't just get them in the building and when they leave that they're not financially stable, that they can't get the next step that they need. And so we want to go ahead and get with you, Howard, at some point in time so that we could try to see what we can work out financially with you to work out a deal. So we're going to give 2 tickets away. And also I have my affirmation MP3 that I'm going to give away as well.
Wow. Hey, Howard, she got you with your house on that one.
Hey, Barry, I sit here getting chills as I think about moving from one shelf to the next shelf.
Oh gosh.
That's what she's talking about, helping people do, because, as I sit here and listen at the call myself, I think about myself. I can remember when I quit my corporate job, when I decided to quit. I was at the top of the game, but I was miserable. I'll salesman of the year. And I'm down in Florida like, I don't even want to be here. Something's wrong with this picture.
Right.
Because you're supposedly at the peak and you're not enjoying the view.
Right.
Imagine when you're in the valley. Because in the valley, you got to work. Right. You're going to grow in the valleys.
Yeah.
And so you got to be okay with that. And I think, just being on this call right here, maybe, y'all saw me writing, looking down because I was writing. And
me too.
And that's what I challenge, the listeners to do is that, are you going to invest in yourself? You've heard that phrase, Barrett, Rome was not built in a day. I want to finish it for you. But it was built daily. Okay? So now investing a day, 2 days, is going to help you accelerate the building of your Rome. So whatever your Rome is, I don't know what that is. But I can guarantee you, if you show up and invest that time, leave a cell phone in the car, okay? You can go out and check it during the breaks and put your message on. It's like I train my clients is tell people you're in meetings with clients, serving clients, and you're returning calls at 11 a.m. and at 4:30 p.m., okay? And they'll expect your call in. But seriously, come there ready to learn and invest in building your own Rome. And I think those 2 days, you cannot go wrong with that.
I agree with you. I totally concur with that, and I want to thank you all for joining us today. I want to let everyone know what you're going to get from me because I hadn't even talked about me. What I'm going to do is this: it's simple. I'm going to show you how to double your productivity and triple your profits. If you are an entrepreneur right now, you struggle with one thing that everyone struggles with.
Hey Barry, let me stop real quick. So that's 6x. If I'm just an engineer by degree. 2 times 3, okay, how you doing is 6. So you're going to 6x it. Show them how to do that, man.
6x it, that's right.
All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Back to your regular program.
Y'all ain't know how it was crazy, right? Y'all ain't know that.
Creative.
Just see, only reason I'm bringing Howard in because he's bringing the jambalaya. So.
I need to go order that. Okay, yeah. Thanks.
But anyway, yeah, every entrepreneur, we struggle with one thing at one point or another, and that's bringing in profits. It happens. But the thing is, what most people don't understand is it is tied to your productivity. So we think that productivity is something it's going to come, autopilot. No, you have to set up your productivity. You have to put things in place, put systems in place. Once you have the systems in place, you can plug in components, plug in people to work the systems. The systems will then create the productivity and the profitability. Now, you're all sitting there thinking, oh, my gosh, I'm just, how the heck do I do all that? That's why you need to come to Passion to Profits. I'm here to show you how to do that. so that you can put those things in place so that you won't be scatterbrained and you can just work things the way it's supposed to be run, like a business is supposed to be run, and you can put yourself in a position of where you're making money, you're making profits, and people can see your productivity, and guess what happens? It frees you up to go play golf with the Myron Goldens of the world. So that's what I'm going to be bringing to the table. Now, as I told you before, if you want this kind of ticket from me, www.atlantapassion.com. www.atlantapassion.com. Go there right now. Get your ticket.
Sorry, Barrett.
Yeah,
Did you say www.dtpageconsulting.com?
I know it sounded like that. I know it sounded almost like that, but it's actually AtlantaPassion.com.
Oh.
You want to get the discounted tickets from me. I know it sounded like that.
Way to go, Lisa.
I know it sounded like very similar. They sound real close to one another.
They really do.
they really do. But you go to AtlantaPassion.com. You had your turn. But
is that Myron back there?
No, Myron, no, that's Clark. That's Clark Garrison.
Clark. Okay, I can barely see the picture. Hello, Clark. Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude.
Look, Clark said he don't mind looking like Myron at the bank. So he'll look like Myron at the bank all day long. But
oh no, that's not Myron.
No, that's not Myron.
So what you trying to say?
I'm saying that in my middle senior years, my eyes don't work.
Middle senior years. What
kind of I don't look like that much money.
No, you look like that much more money.
All right now. That's right.
Woo! She came back on that one, brother.
That's right. Speak that life.
But guys, everybody out there, I want you to make sure that you get your tickets now for this event. It's on May 6th and May 7th. It's a 2-day event. And like Clark was saying, we definitely underpriced it. Really did. You're getting a 2-day event. We've done this for 1 day and still it was underpriced. We're doing it for 2 days now. You're not going to get this kind of, not just the content, but it's actually the relationships that you can form. Wow. It's actually about the camaraderie, the people that want to see you succeed. Sure. I mean, genuinely want to see you succeed, and you don't get this everywhere. We actually go to lunch together. We go to dinner together. We just enjoy being with each other because when you get those kind of like minds together, that kind of synergy, you can't just separate it and just go your separate ways. We want to eat lunch together. We want to eat dinner together because it's fun to just be with each other. We laugh, we joke, we have fun. We talk about growth. We talk about business. You can't just and here's the thing: if you're not there, we can't bring it to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nobody can bring it to you. The reason that we're not streaming the event online is because we can't bring it to you online. It's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same. So I urge you all to be at this event. Make sure that you have your face in the place, and make sure that you get your tickets now. And since Lisa, since you chimed in, I'm going to give you some last words before we sign off here, and you can go ahead and say your last words to the people.
All right. Well, you know what? You have heard from 4 of the dynamic speakers who are going to be there. Well, 5, including myself. Let me not shortchange myself. Yeah. But you have heard from us.
I know you weren't shortchanging yourself.
No, not shortchanging myself at all. But we have some information that you will need to hear. And just like Howard said, you might hear maybe the same word or the same phrase, but you're going to hear it in a whole different way, that it might touch you in a different way, that it might spark and ignite you in a different way. So there are 2 things that you're going to need to have. One is a fresh pad of paper. Mm-hmm. And 2, you're going to have a whole pack of pens and pencils ready, sharpened, ballpoints all ready to go, because we're going to be giving you information that is going to be powerful, it's going to be impactful, and it's going to be relevant. So please come on out, tell your friends, tell your family, and be there. Make sure you are there May 6th and 7th, because this is truly going to be a mind-blowing, a mindset-changing event.
Mm-hmm. And since we're going to stay with the ladies, Sheila?
All right. Well, I'm excited. I'm excited to be back with the gang, and and I'm excited about meeting the new people that are going to be on the panel this time. I'm excited about meeting each and every one of you that are going to come out. I love hugs, so I can't wait to hug everybody. More than anything, I am excited about seeing people go to their next place and eventually getting to their best place. That's the most invigorating thing in life for me, because I've always been counted as the underdog, and so I always root for the underdog unless the underdog is not rooting for himself. And so I am so excited to meet everyone that comes in that room thinking that they're the underdog, and to see their face when they leave out of there and they're repeating what Howard has said and what Clark has said and what Lisa said and what Barrett has said. By the way, you guys, Barrett is just chilling and letting everybody else have a platform, but Barrett is the bomb. And my kids are saying I'm using old words, so
you use it too. We old.
I guess I'm telling my age, but
hey, we're old, so let's face it.
In about 5 years, they're going to come back repeating the exact same words.
Exactly.
I
did it with my dad, so I'm like, okay, I'm becoming my parent now.
Barrett is amazing, and there's nothing that Barrett won't do to help you if he knows you. And even if he doesn't know you, if you ask him some information and he knows the answer to it, he'll help you. And so I want you guys to appreciate what Barrett is doing. I'm hoping that, all of the speakers are working their tickets and that we're at least bringing in 5 people so that we can fill that room and so that we can do our part and bless the hearts of the people that are coming in, so that we can see, when we look out among the world, one day we'll be able to look up on one of those stages and we'll see someone on TV, whether we're there or not. We'll see a seed that we deposited, and that the seed just keeps on. It's the gift that keeps on going, keep on giving. It's the seed that keeps, one of my favorite phrases I raise my children up on is saying, live a lifestyle worthy of duplication. And so I think that we all should.
Oh, look at that notepad out again.
I'm telling you. I clicked my pen.
I think that what God is allowing each and every one of us, and I'm not trying to bring my religion in this, but I just believe that all of us have an assignment to live a lifestyle that is worthy of duplication. And I think that this is what Passion to Profit is going to do, is to give you that seed to be the fruit that someone else can partake of, and then be the seed that the next person can partake of. So I'm excited. I can't wait to see you guys. And truthfully, I love each and every one of you.
Love you too, girl.
I love you, Sheila. Howard?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was finishing up that quote as we was writing. No, we're excited about coming in and sharing and learning more than anything. As you can see, I'm a note taker and love learning, because when you go through that process of learning, then you have tools that equip you for the adversities of life. Because it's too late to look in the toolbox when you need to fix something. You got to have it in the toolbox already.
All right.
One of the tools that we are actually bringing, and for those folks that are going to be with me that Saturday morning in particular, we're going to have a copy of our growth planner. I had to pull the sheet out. This is what I actually go by every day. And when I was telling you about the 2x4 earlier, let's see if we can get that in there. Yep, that's the 2x4. And that's the actual form that we utilize, but it's a process. And as Lisa was saying, it's a process. Everything has a process. Everything has a gestation period. And the key thing about it, when you plant seeds, you have to nurture those seeds to ensure that they bear the fruits. And in closing, I ask you this question is, if you're in your home today, I want you to take an apple. Cut that apple open and count the number of seeds in that apple. It's a finite number. But take any of those seeds and ask yourself, how many apples are in that seed?
Yes.
With that said, how many apples are inside of you? It all depends on where you're planted. What do you utilize to fertilize to help you grow? Who's pruning you? That's part of the process.
Yes,
you got to be pruned properly. Because pruning actually helps you grow taller and stronger. Sometimes it hurts, but it helps you grow taller and stronger. So I challenge you to invest in yourself, and I guarantee you the return on your investment will pay great dividends in this next season as you go from that unstuck place to the next place?
Woo! I
heard that somebody.
I had to take some notes that time, Howard. I had to take some notes on that. Lisa said this stuff getting good. So.
Look, Howard, y'all heard my dog in the background. I let him outside, and now I don't hear him. I think he got off the chain. So I was gonna go get him, but I was like, wait a minute, this stuff is good. Forget the dog. I need to write this down.
Hey, I'm stealing everything recording.
There's a replay. There's a replay. Let's see. Look now. See, I know that I had to save Clark for last because I know the dog was waiting on him. See, so Clark, we're gonna let you give some final words here too, my brother. Go on.
Well, I'll make it brief, and Howard, I just want to say, man, you got my mind rolling over here because that was just a taste of what we're gonna get. I'm excited to be in the audience, brother. And like Howard alluded to, this is not going to be just an event of a pep rally where afterwards you kind of feel better about yourself and you go home and start doing the same bad habits. We're going to give you actionable items where we're going to give you assignments. You're going to go home with some stuff to do, and a lot of you are going to have a lot more than others. And one of the things I just want to end with, and always understand that the poor, the unsuccessful, the unhappy, the unhealthy, those are the ones that always use the word tomorrow. So don't wait until tomorrow to do exactly what I need you to do today, which is to go now and sign up for Passion with Profit. There we go.
Yes.
Wow.
Woo, that was good. That was good. And
Passion for Profits.
It's about taking action, guys. That's really what it's about. As Clark just said, as Howard just said, as Sheila said, and Lisa said, you have to take action on this. And I put a quote on Facebook the other day that said, don't fear failure. Fear being in the same place next year as you are right now.
Yeah.
That's what you need to fear.
Yeah.
And if you're not doing anything different to change your life from next year to this year, then you will be. You may be even worse.
I'm about to say the world gonna pass you by.
The world is gonna pass you by because it's gonna keep going. So the thing is, you may be talking about, I can't afford to go. No, you can't afford not to be there. You can't afford not to invest in yourself, as Clark said earlier. You can't afford to let your family down. See, here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you something. Every one of you has ideas. Everyone. God put ideas in your head.
Yes.
God gave you talents. God gave you gifts. God gave you abilities. God gave you the wherewithal to figure out things that other people can't figure out. God gave you strengths. God gave you passion that nobody else has. For you not to act on it is slapping God right in the face.
Yes.
It's an insult to your blessing if you don't show up for yourself. Not for me, not for Sheila, not for Clark, not for Howard, not for Lisa, not for Myron, not for Edeline. You need to show up for yourself.
Yes.
We're here to help you, to just help whatever God bless you with, to take it to where it needs to be. But if you don't care, then we can't, because guess what? If you don't show up, God's going to give it to someone else. And you're going to sit there and wonder, oh, what happened? That's the same idea I had.
Yeah.
They must have had something special. They must have had someone looking out for them. They must have had someone financing them. They must have had someone who helped them along the way, who did a favor for them. No, they didn't. They just acted on it. They just acted on it. So the question I have for you is, what's your excuse? What's holding you up? When are you going to step out and stop pitying yourself for whatever is in your life that's holding you back? When are you going to step out and say, hey, these people are here to help me. Let me go get the help. Let me go get the help and see what happens. You see, the thing is, Lisa has done it. Sheila has done it. Clark has done it. Howard has done it. Edeline has done it. Myron has done it. And I have done it. We've helped other people to help to get to their dreams, to get to their goals. All we want to do is help you now. But you have to want it. You have to. We can't want it for you. That's the whole thing. You have to want it. Once you show us that you want it, we can want to take you to another echelon. That's our job. That's our goal. That's our passion to do that for you. So I want to thank all of you for joining me today. Lisa had to leave because she had to take care of the dog. I know Clark is disappointed on that, but Sheila, I want to thank you for joining. Sheila got that power cord straight and she made it. I want to thank you, Howard, for taking the time, and don't forget the gumbo, brother, or the jambalaya, whichever you want to bring, man. You know, either one. I think we'll all be fine with that. Am I right here, guys?
Oh yeah, either one.
Fine, you know. And Clark, I definitely want to thank you, my man. Like I said, you know, me and you be down like 4 flat tires, brother. So everybody else, there's going to be a replay of this, but get your tickets. Go get your tickets now. You heard us all tell you what you're going to get from this event. So I think the rest now is just up to you, just to take action. So as I always say, don't just settle for being awesome. Set your goal to them all, and take action. I'm Barrett Matthews. Everybody have a good night.
You too. God bless. Have a good night, everyone.
Take care.
Night, everybody.
Hey, see you in a week and a half.
All right. Take it easy, buddy.
Bye, everyone. I got the dog.
You got the dog. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.